Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land? I hope this finds you well. Lord have mercy, time for another exciting episode. And oh, Lord have mercy. I got ads playing at me here. I'm hearing all kinds of things coming in my head.
I got the wrong screens flipping in the background.
Well, see how you are.
There we go. Now I got the right one.
We act like we're just experts at this, don't we?
Like how many have we done? Have you kept track?
This is our first day on the job, ain't it?
Well, I did 151 all things YouTube, and I know this started a little bit after that. So it's got to be probably 130 episodes of Mind Equal Blown.
Well, we started the first week of January a couple years ago.
Okay.
And so, every year should be 52 episodes, although we missed one this year, with everything that's going on here with the tree house and the Keebler elves. And
I bet you we're at least 120 Mind Equals Blown episodes in.
Well, we'd have to be, because we're more than 26 episodes in this year. I mean, it's 26 weeks is in 6 months, and so
we're racking them up there, Brenda.
That's right.
I you haven't scared me off yet.
And Lord knows I've tried.
Oh my.
Oh, I love you, Matt. I wouldn't treat you this way if I didn't love you.
Right back at you. Who do we got in the house today, Brenda? A couple people coming in.
We've got Kenneth, the Kentucky fam, has been out there. Arlene Adkinzel is out there. Harneal Media, that's Steve. Good to see him. Kopi, Hit 'em Channel, and Jaden is out there. Good to see y'all. Simply Wooden Creations, that's Russell. He just come in the room.
Hi, Russ.
So they're filing in. Everybody needs to hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's get some folks in here, and we'll have a little giveaway after a while, and we'll play the new thing that we've got going on the channel, where you can actually come up here with Matt and I on the show. I'll send you the link if I have a way to get it to you. I'll send you the link. But you got to, get your face up here, and you got to be able to talk on a microphone, and speak to us, because we want to hear what you got to say. But it's called Ask Matt Anything. Now, he may or may not tell you the truth.
My life's an open book. Come on.
But gives you a chance to ask Matt anything. Now, the trick to the whole thing is it's got to be entertaining, because if it's not entertaining, I'm going to boot you out of here.
Brenda has an itchy trigger finger, so don't tempt her.
I'll just boot you right out. That'll be the end of that. We'll say, well, that didn't fly.
She boots first, asks questions later.
I don't have the patience of a young person.
Yeah. So if you want to ask me anything, it could be something YouTube related or something personal. It's anything. The key word is anything. Ask me anything.
Chances are you won't know the answer.
Well, I mean, the whole point is to know something about me that you didn't know. It's not to stump me with a science question. That's not what an Ask Me Anything. That's not the goal of an Ask. I used to do the Ask Me Anythings, and you came on with like really hard philosophical questions. I'm like, Brenda doesn't get the whole concept. She doesn't get what Ask Me Anything is meant to achieve. She's just, I don't know.
It sounded like a challenge.
See, look, Arlene is sort of gets the gist of it with her fake question that she asked.
See, you put it out there. It was like it was a challenge. I thought, well, ask him anything. Let's just see what his limitations are.
But that's one way to look at the Ask Me Anything. It's the wrong way, but it's one way to look at it.
Lord have mercy. Now, if it's the one thing that everybody but you knows, is I'm never wrong. See, that's where you're failing.
Okay. I'll work on that, Brenda.
Yeah, you have to come around now and understand that I ain't never wrong. That's part of my charm.
I see. You know what you do when you enter this type of conversation with Brenda? You nod your head and smile. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, you're so right, Brenda. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the easy way out.
Now, I will admit when I'm wrong. It does not happen often.
Oh,
I'd say probably in my entire lifetime, it's only maybe a couple.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. There you
I've
go.
had more fights with myself because of telling myself, the little voice that talks to you over here and says, you shouldn't get involved in that. You shouldn't get involved with them. You shouldn't this or you shouldn't that. And then I talk back to the little voice and I say, but I really want to. And then when it's all said and done, the little voice comes back and says, I told you so. I told you so. So I listen to little voice more now. You have one of them?
I do. I do.
You ever listen to it?
Sometimes. I take the Dwight Schrute approach to those types of questions. I ask myself, would a stupid person do the thing I'm about to do? And if the answer is yes, I don't do it. And if it's
oh Lord. But yeah, that little voice, I tell you what, it's usually right on.
Well, I had a business mentor who used to say, always go with your gut. If you got that feeling something's a little off, don't talk yourself into it. And he's right. He's right. Oh, Lord, your brother from another mother's here.
Oh, yeah?
He just came
in.
Hi, Jim.
I was thinking about him earlier today about something. I don't remember what it was now.
Was it about pole dancing and jello dancing?
Probably about, if he's here, me and him get into some kind of trouble. About what it was.
Yeah.
Needing a partner in crime for something.
He's going to put that dancing pole in the middle of the big common room, right? In his lavish multi-structure estate that he bought in Canadistan.
Yeah.
He's got a big open room. Drop the silver pole from the ceiling to the floor.
That's right. Reinforce that sucker too.
And put the jello pole on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Good time. Yeah. Be a good time.
He said, if I can get paid, I'm in. It don't pay much, but boy, is it fun. I told you that I was working on some new coasters a while back.
Oh, yeah, with a new technique. Yeah.
And a whole new thing. So this is what I've been up to.
Oh, look at that.
Can you tell what that is?
It is a flying, it's something flying with wings. I can't, it's a little blurry. I can't quite.
Flying pigs.
A pig. Okay, it looked like a pig. You know who would love that? My son's girlfriend loves pigs, and she collects pig art and pig figures.
Well, I've made a set of 4 of them, and they're in different colors.
Okay.
There's the oranges.
Yeah.
And then there's some yellows.
Is that a stamp that you used?
Yeah, it's a stamp, and then I go in with permanent paint and paint them, and then I bake them.
Nice.
These are tumble tiles. There's a gold one.
All right.
So I'm making, different styles, and I've been playing around with different things. Here's one that is like a little flower box.
Okay. Yeah.
Little flowers on it, and then I did some with leaves on them.
Got it.
And now I made these. I'm not gonna make no more of them. I'm not real thrilled with them, but these are decoupaged ones. And there's the green ones that have like limes on them. And
so
then there's
is that like a piece of paper glued to?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's the orange ones with the little kind of oranges on them.
Right.
So those are probably going to be in the giveaway. I wasn't real thrilled with the way they turned out, but I thought somebody might like them for, coasters and the giveaway. But I like the painted ones better.
Is there fabric on the side that touches the table, the underside?
Yeah, they're felt on the back.
Got it.
So, yeah, that's another style that I've been working on. I'm going to be putting some up on Etsy for long. And I've got some that I'm going to be working on for Christmas and holidays and that sort of thing. So I have been trying to be a little more creative. I will give a little update here because I know that there's some people that's wondering, Jimbo's asking about the debacle that has become my life over the last month. From where the tree smacked my house crazy. Things have been looking up this week. It started turning around on Sunday of all days. I did not expect, anything on Sunday, but I was notified from the insurance company that they're coming around to my way of thinking. So hiring a lawyer apparently has done some good. And the insurance company apparently is now going to be covering the expenses to repair the house and the fence. And I'm still out the money for the landscaping and all that, but I'm not going to be, real concerned about that until everything else is fixed. And the lawyer is going to go after the city and see if he can shake them loose from some money for this $5,000 deductible that I'm out and the expenses incurred with that and the landscaping and attorney's fees and all such as that. So we'll see what he can do with them there. So that's looking up.
That's good news.
Yeah. Finally.
Things are moving in the right direction. I'm happy. So
the last of it is that I'm waiting for the roofer to show up to get the deposit so that he can get the house on the schedule and they can get out here and get to work on it and start trying to put it back together again. I don't know. I mean, it's left a very sour taste in my mouth in the fact that, how you have a car and you really like that car. You're really happy with that car. And then it gets smacked. And it's never quite the same again. And that's kind of the way I'm feeling about my house. I liked my house. I was really happy with my house.
But didn't you say the person that's doing the work was the same person that built it?
No, that was the first one that I got a estimate from for, he was the guy that put the roof on. And so I got an estimate from him, but it wasn't good enough for the insurance company. They wanted it itemized. And he apparently felt slighted that how dare they ask him for an itemized estimate and pretty much told me to pound salt. So
I didn't know that. Okay.
Then I had to shop around and find another one. And I went through, 6, 7, 8 different roofers before I finally got one that would actually show up, take down the information, and give me an itemized estimate that I could get to the insurance company. You wouldn't think that would be so difficult, but it was. So everything with this has been just some unbelievable horror story that you'd only read about. It wouldn't necessarily ever happen to you for any reason whatsoever, but it's happened to me. Yeah, I've been through it and back, but now I'm hoping that the worst is over and that the roofer will get out here and put the house back together, and then probably be spring before we can get the fence put back up, because I guess that it's taken forever to get the materials for these vinyl fences now.
Yeah, materials for all kinds of building materials have been in short supply, and logistic issues moving them around the country. So it sucks, but that sounds accurate, that there's problems with availability of that type of stuff.
Yeah, the
I think Russ wants to come on air. You might want to send him the
okay.
link. And why Mitchell's here? Hello. Or do you want me to send him one?
You can send him one.
Okay, that way you can keep going.
Yeah, the contractor that originally put the fence in is the one that told me that it was taking like 6 months now, 6 to 8 months to get the materials to put the fences up. And she says, "You think it was bad back when you ordered your fence years ago?" She says, She says it was 6 to 8 weeks then, and it's 6 to 8 months now. So, you know, luckily I never took down my regular dog yard fence. I still left that inside, and then the privacy fence was for the garden to keep most things out of the garden. It never kept the squirrels out, never kept the rabbits out, never kept the feral cats out, and certainly didn't keep the birds out. And there was the time that I had the raccoon in there. But I think it's kept big stuff out. I'm not seeing any kangaroos or deers or elephants or anything in the back.
Raccoons are tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage.
Well, see, that's another thing that's really upsetting me about that roof, because it's a tarp. You know, it's not meant to keep vermin out of your home. True. And, you know, we're ate up with squirrels over here, and it's just a matter of time before they get through that tarp. And once they get in, then the birds are in. And the raccoons, you know, are obviously here. So, yeah, you know, I'd rather not have the attic ate up with all that stuff. Let's just get this thing fixed and move on.
Arlene says you're a trouble magnet.
Things happen to me that don't happen to other people.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this for a minute. 1 year to the day, 8/11 of 2020 was the day that somebody took the Sawzall to my van out in my own driveway. 8/11/2021 is the day that the tree falls on my house. How does this happen?
Brenda, I don't know.
I had no hand in either one of those things. And yet, 1 year to the day, I can't make it step up.
Oh, look at this. Jim says, if you have grubs in your lawn, the raccoons will take care of the grubs. They'll tear your lawn to pieces, but they'll take care of the grubs. Interesting. Niantic River Woodcrafting with Chris Nealon is here. Hello, Chris.
And we had Y. Mitchell is up there. That's Mitchell Loom Knitter. Good to have you with us.
Yeah.
And of course, Jimbo's up there. So I don't think
Jimbo came in. Oh, hi, Jimbo. Yeah, he came in. Okay.
Yeah, I recognized him because he asked me a question on how things is going with this debacle that has become my life.
Yeah.
So this week, I haven't really gotten a lot done. I made some coasters, but and I have housework. You would not believe the amount of housework that I've got to do. But I needed rest because I have just been so wrung out. There for a month, I didn't sleep. I couldn't get more than an hour's sleep. And when I'd wake up, I'd either come up swinging or sobbing or fighting or, you know, something. There was no rest. And every noise, you know, because there's a hole in my roof. So every time I'd hear a noise, I would go jumping. Is the ceiling caving? You know, what's going on now? So yeah, there has been no rest. And now I'm beginning to relax a little bit. I think, you know, maybe I can start getting into my housework and catching up on some things around here. But yeah, this has just been a week to try to get some rest and pull myself together.
I've been in my wood shop. No videos, but I am building storage to store my lumber. I was using the chop saw stand for my lathe, and the chop saw was just on the floor. Well, I got tired of that arrangement, so I built my own table for the lathe. Built out of 2x6s, plywood, everything's reinforced, everything's glued and screwed. It's big, it's ugly, it's heavy. And I even put 2x4s on the bottom, and I'm going to weight it down with more rough sawn lumber. Because the thing about a lathe stand is if the lathe catches, it'll jerk forward because the motor turns, obviously, the workpiece, but there's a lot of force. And if you get something caught up, the whole thing will jerk forward. And it must weigh 300 pounds. I mean, because it's all cast metal. Anyway, you don't want your lathe to be jumping off of the table. So I built it so a truck could fall on it and it would probably smash the truck and survive. So
Well, I thought you kind of like living on the edge.
well, not when it comes to tool safety. No, I don't play with my tools.
Well, we have a guest here that would like to come in. Should I let him in?
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go.
Look who it is. Hi, Mr. Russ Clarity from Simply Wooden Creations.
Howdy. How y'all doing?
We're great. Welcome to Mind Equals Blown.
Yeah. I am happy to hear, Brenda, that things are starting to look up for you. Trust me. I've been praying a lot about it. Man, my wife, and I've told you this before, my wife told me, she said if it wasn't for bad luck, she wouldn't have any luck at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep, that's the way it's been. I'll tell you what. But at least the light at the end of the tunnel does not appear to be a train coming to hit me. So,
yeah.
We do have that going for us right now. I mean, no work has been done. And
I had a little debacle I could tell you about real quick. I had to put brand new tires on my truck, and the first set didn't work. I mean,
how do tires not work?
Well, because my truck's a dually and it's a diesel. It's very heavy. My truck weighs 9,800 pounds, which is almost twice as much as other normal trucks. But the sidewalls of these tires have to be very stiff. And even though they say load range E on them, doesn't mean they're stiff enough. So I was trying to get tires, and there's specific ones. Well, the guy assured me these would be fine. I put them on. Oh, no. You get up to 55, 60 miles an hour, and the truck's floating around.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
So, I hope that gets squared away quick.
Well, they did. I went back. I went about 15 minutes down the road, turn around and come back to them, get them the hell off my truck. So we went to negotiations, and I ended up going with Goodyear Wranglers, and I was hesitant about that because I didn't know if they had, but they do. They work. You don't have that floating thing around anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, my question's two-part though.
All right.
All right. First off, do you believe, and this is for my wife because she's a big believer, do you believe in Bigfoot? And if you do, what would you do if you came face to face with him? My wife, she's a Bigfoot fan. She watches all those Bigfoot movies.
That's why she married you.
Yep.
I believe there's something out there. Whether or not it's another version of a humanoid thing is to be determined. I'm not so sure, but there's weird stuff that happens in the forest that's untouched by technology. There's a lot of weird crap that happens out there, and so yeah, I do believe it's something. I guess I would take an agnostic approach to it. Like I know there's something out there. I just don't know what it is. And if I came face to face, I don't know. I'd share a taco with it. I'd take the friendly approach.
Would you share the taco, or you would just take the damn thing away from you?
Well, I guess you would have to presume, is it hostile to me? Like that's a pretty that's a stretch. I mean, what if it's not? What if it just wants to like hang out? I'd be down with that. Yeah,
she believes in Bigfoot. I mean, kind of like you. She don't know what it is, but she believes in it. And then also she watches any kind of Bigfoot movies. And then, Discovery Channel has those people that go Bigfoot hunters that go after out in the woods and look for them. And she watches all those and everything. And I personally, there ain't no doubt in my mind, they're finding fish and things all over that we've never seen before because they're too deep in the ocean or whatever. So I'm sure there could be something out there,
Oh yeah. Well, they just pulled up out of the ocean that fish with like 24 fins they thought were extinct. What was it? A coelacanth or something like that? They thought it was extinct. They pulled it right out of the fishing net. They're like, well, I guess that's not extinct. There's a lot we don't know for sure.
Yeah. But that was it.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, no, I'm really into some of that type of content. There's a couple good YouTubers out there that put all this weird, undocumented, unexplained stuff caught on video. Like, oh, I'm all over it. All over it.
Well, I think everybody knows that my mind just goes in weird paths and circles, and and I got to thinking today that I needed to have a chat with Nancy, because I thought, I bet when he comes out of the shower with that beard and hair and everything, and he's an older feller, so they generally have a lot of hair all over them. I bet you that he looks like Sasquatch. And then you'd come on here tonight and you'd ask this question.
The funny thing about that is as you say that, but as you get older, I find that I am losing body hair.
Oh, interesting. Well,
yeah,
okay.
I'm not near as hairy. My arms used to be. Well, part of the reason is because the hair is turning white, but my arms used to have a lot more hair on them. But yeah.
Well, you know what's going on. She's rubbing you down with Nair at night. She's like, we're going to put a stop to some of this hairy business going on. We're just going to rub him down with Nair. He's just going to think he's getting a massage. I'm just going to go rubbing this Nair on him.
I have a Bigfoot question for Russ.
Okay.
So I see in the chat a term that was used on a show that I used to watch called Trailer Park Boys. It was a bunch of Canadians being Canadians. It was, and the one guy said, "I'm afraid of the Sam Squatch," but he didn't call it Sasquatch. He called it Sam Squatch. And I see Jim Dockrell, who's from Canada, wrote Sam Squatch. What's the deal? Like, what's the correct pronunciation?
Well, according to everything, all the TV shows and everything we watch, it's Sasquatch. That's what they call it.
But why do Canadians say Sam Squatch?
Oh, we out here in Florida, we call it skunk ape.
Yeah.
Yep. They say it stinks like a skunk, and they call it skunk ape. That's their terminology. But everything all the shows that I've watched, those the hunters that go out in the woods looking for them, that have their male call, and they call out on these loudspeakers to see if they'll answer back, or they beat trees to see if they'll beat on trees back. They all call it Sasquatch.
Okay. Good to know. Bubbles, yeah. That's just Jim Dockrell knows the show I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I watched them before, and they're crazy. The one guy wears glasses, real thick glasses.
Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles.
Julian. Yeah.
Well, I'll let y'all go and give somebody else a chance.
All right. Thank you for the Ask Matt Anything segment, Russ. Stay awesome, my friend.
We'll talk to you later, and I hope to see you Saturday night, Brenda.
Yeah, I think things might be looking up a little bit more now.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Good night, everybody. God bless.
All right. Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
There we go.
Nancy's nowhere to be found because she's hiding in there.
She's like, Brenda just told everyone my plan.
Brenda ratted me out. I don't know why my mind goes in odd places like that. It just does. You never know. I mean, you've seen these like memes of women wondering what guys are thinking, and it's nothing. They're not thinking anything that the woman would really expect him to be thinking.
Says, "I wonder if he's thinking about other women," and he's like, I wonder how they get the Matchbox cars in the cellophane. It's something stupid.
Yeah. See, that's how it would be with the guy wondering what I'm thinking, because they'd never have a clue.
Never have a clue. Don't even try. Don't try to get in Brenda's head. One, if you do, it's a scary place. So don't make the attempt. Okay, they said Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys originated the pronunciation. Okay, he was just a strange character that pronounced it wrong. I got it now. I didn't know if it was like a Canadian thing or if it was just that show. So appears
that's sort of like me saying Canadistan.
Yeah. or how you have your own name for a carabiner.
Yeah. Carboniner.
Thingamadoo-dad.
Speaking of that, we probably need to give something away.
Oh, we need to do that? Okay, we can do that. Should I give the spiel?
Well, I'm waiting.
All right, folks. Brenda's giving away physical items. You could win. You have to be in the chat during the live show, and you could win this physical item. She wrote a number down. If you guess the number after she says go, don't guess it now. If you guess the number exactly right, you win. There will be one of 4 prizes. After the winner is determined, we will show you those 4 prizes, and you can pick the one you want, and she will mail it to you. She'll mail anywhere in the lower 48 states. If you live outside of that, if you're international, you can play along and pay for shipping because it's expensive. She's on a fixed income. Or if you're international, you want to play along, you could re-gift it to someone in the chat. So everyone gets to play. Super chats help with the shipping. Again, she's on a fixed income, so that would help the channel. Optional, of course, but very helpful. And you can go for a bonus prize. So when she wrote down the number, she wrote it out with words. She didn't do it with digits. And she over capitalizes things because she knows it drives me crazy. I'm a publishing professional and she likes to twist the knife, and that's just the way she is. So she does that. So you can have a second guess with your entry of how many letters are capitalized. So you would do the number you think she wrote down with a slash and then put the digits of how many capital letters, and you could win the bonus prize. That's how you format your entry. Make sure you're not behind time. So when she says go, we can all fire at the same point because this is a live show and you can control the playhead and pause it. So if you pause the show, forward it now. All right, Brenda, what is the number range that they can pick from today?
The number range will be between 11 and 22.
A number between 11 and you're ready.
One guess per person. Go.
All right. Pick a number between 11 and 22. Put the slash and then put the number of capitals you think it is. And you could win a physical gift that she will mail to you. This is very generous of Brenda. Thank you for doing this for the community. And we'll see where this goes. Numbers are rolling in. Oh, we got a double entry. It's not 17. Keep the guesses coming. And remember, anyone can play. Even if you're international, you can play and regift it. It could be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, or 22.
11 has been guessed. It's not 11.
Okay. So it's 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, or 22. Making it easy for everybody. Oh, Russ, you can't guess twice. Oh, but he guessed 11, which is obviously not right. Okay. All righty. Come on, folks. Guess. Get your guesses in. People are going around again, Brenda. Should we give him a second chance?
Yep, let's give him a second chance because
all right, go again.
Everybody take a look at the numbers. It's up there because it ain't none of them. And then try it again. Go.
I guess.
Sure.
It's interesting. Got a lot of duplicates here. This is going to be tough. So it's not 11.
We got a winner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Jim Dockrell got it.
Jim, congratulations. Oh, 4 capital letters. You picked 3. Sorry, Jim, you didn't win the bonus, but you did win the prize. Congratulations. Do you want the prize, Jim, or do you want to regift? And we can show the prizes while he decides.
All righty. Let's see here. I'm digging for my pen. I should already had that out here somewhere. There it is. Under the rubble. Okay. We've got Dragon's Eye Pendant. That's the green one. And we've got choice out on the dream catchers. There's an orange one and a pink one. Back them off a little bit so you can see them. I made those dream catchers.
Oh, he's passing it off to Russ. So Russ, you can choose.
Okay, is that Russ Meadows or Russ Clarity?
Okay, we'll get that answer.
Then I've got choice out on the bracelets. I've got these are single cobras. This one is the large size and this one is the smaller size. It's 8 inches is the smaller one, and the larger one goes about 10 inches. So tell me which one of those if you want the bracelet. And let's see. So we had the dragon's eye, we got the bracelets, we got the dream catchers, and I've got this set of 4 coasters. These are the decoupage coasters on the tumble tiles. So we got those. That's prize number 4.
All right.
Okay, Russ Clarity gets his choice.
There we go. All right, Russ Clarity, get with Brenda and let her know what you want there. Yep, Clarity. Okay, got it. Thank you again, Brenda, for doing this for the community. We appreciate
Hopefully
it.
he hasn't run away from the computer out looking for the nair.
I mean, well, you might have started a marital spat in the Clarity household, so it's very possible.
That's what's going on. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, he's here. Okay, the gift or the giveaway has been passed to you, Russell. And what we had was choice out on the single cobra bracelets. The one is like a 10-inch and the other one is an 8-inch bracelet. So if you're interested in those, let me know which one you want. I've also got dream catchers. I got a pink one and an orange one. So if you want a dream catcher, just tell me which one you want of those. And there was the dragon's eye pendant. It's the green one. Or there is the tiles. These are tumble tiles that I decoupaged. One's orange and one's green, and there's 2 of the orange ones, 2 of the green ones in the set. So if you want the tiles, then you get all 4 of those.
So tiles, bracelet, dream catcher, dragon's eye.
Right.
That's your choice, Russ Clarity. Okay.
So you just tell me which one you want, and we'll get them out in the mail to you. The orange dream catcher. All right. Put your name
Orange
on there.
dream catcher. Yep. Gotcha.
We will get that out in the mail tomorrow. You might want to make sure over on Messenger that I've got your address. Because I've been so discombobulated, I can't find anything anymore. This place is just upside down, inside out. There's just no words to describe it. All the king's horses and all the king's men probably can't put this place back together again.
Well, I could suggest some ways you can start archiving this, but I dare not venture there.
Well, a match and some kerosene come to mind. Open a window and grab a shovel. Oh, Lord have mercy. Because, yeah, nothing has been put back in its place or anything since all this started. It's just a zoo, and nothing was where it belonged in the first place because I was trying to change rooms around. And Lordy mercy.
Brenda, did I tell you about the taco Facebook page I created?
I think you mentioned that once.
Did I? Yeah. So I have a Facebook page, not a Facebook group. It's a Facebook page. But if you like the page, then you'll get the posts that happen in your timeline, hopefully. And I post one taco meme a day. So it's called Awesome Taco Memes, plural. Awesome Taco, singular. Memes, plural. Awesome Taco Memes. And you can go out there, drop a like on it, and I will deliver a taco meme daily. Why did I do this? I have no idea. I just did it one day. I'm like, I wonder how long it'll take me to create a Facebook page, do the banner, do the icon, fill out the business information, fill it all out, load up a year's worth of memes on the calendar for schedule out the posts, and get it all set up. One lunch hour it took me. It's just so if you would like a taco meme delivered daily, I got the Facebook page for you. I'll put it in the chat here. How about that?
Eats with Fifi's in the house. Hello.
Hey.
Boy, she knows how to eat. I'll tell you what. You go over her channel and see some of the meals that she puts out there. Wow.
All right, I got the link in the chat. So go ahead and drop a like if you want taco. If you don't want taco memes, don't do it, because I have no idea why I did it. I call it my 3-phase business plan. Phase 1, taco memes. Phase 2, I forget phase 2. Phase 3, profit. It's that simple.
Well, you started something a couple of weeks ago that you never did follow up on, and I've been curious as to what happened with it. But you had that watermelon. And
yeah, the watermelon.
Put some googly eyes on him and do something, and you never did tell us what ended up with that.
Well, what I did was my son and I like this old Vine video creator that used to mispronounce watermelon, and he would do these 20-second skits about how watermelon improves his life, but he doesn't call it watermelon, he calls it watermelon. So every time I'm out and about at the store and I see a watermelon, I take a little funny video of it and send it to my son and say, watermelon. And then he comes back and he says, there's watermelon. Like, I went to the store and they had 4 mini watermelons in a bag. And I took the video. I'm like, mini watermelons. It's just stupid stuff between me and my son. I didn't do anything public with it, because it's an inside joke. You need to start your own called
Cantaloupe.
Do you want to hear a joke that's not funny? Where do cantaloupes go for summer vacation?
I give up.
All right, you got this, folks? Where do cantaloupes go for summer vacation? They go to John Cougar Melon Camp. I'm here all week. Tip your waitresses. I told you it wasn't funny.
Oh, Lord. Arlene's saying that the grossest thing on pizza is watermelon. I never heard of anybody putting watermelon on pizza.
That was a fake thing, because instead of the bread, it was watermelon. So the pizza was on top of the water. They took it out of the oven, and instead of a crust, it was watermelon. It was nasty.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I think you could have cantaloupe and put some googly eyes. You could take it places, just take it on vacation and take it, have it sitting in different spots in front of like city signs and stuff. That cantaloupe visits whatever, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Well, this was years ago. Someone was in Japan and they were at the market filming stuff, and there were 2 cantaloupes in a little wood crate, and you had to buy both of them together. It was $300 for 2 cantaloupe, because it's hard to get those onto the island of Japan, the country of Japan. You got to fly everything, and it's just not native. So if you're going to Japan, fill up on cantaloupes before you go, because you're probably not going to find any in the country.
Wow. I mean, you could put on like a great big old bra and put cantaloupes in there with eyeballs on them peeking out on the top, cantaloupes.
Oh my.
Do a little dance on a video, you know, with the cantaloupes.
That would be logistically difficult, I would imagine, because cantaloupes aren't light items. They're heavy. They're like little boulders.
Well, you would need a good industrial bra to put them in, but
you need the quadruple clasp on the back.
yeah, you wouldn't want none of them lightweight deals. You want, you know, some good lycra.
Hey.
Oh, we're giving him some visuals out there in the chat. Say, if Matt sticks with me, I'll get him a viral video. But you know, he's got to be willing to do the stuff that I tell him to do.
Yeah. This just goes to show you, on Mind Equals Blown, you never know where the show's going to go. Never know. You need to hang on for every moment, because it could just go nosedive immediately.
But yeah, have you seen some of them TikToks? I've had people sending me some of them TikToks to watch. Lord have mercy.
People go nuts on TikTok. Oh.
I guess, you know, they're only like 30 seconds long or something, them little videos that they put up there on that thing. But man, I tell you what, goes along with my life, because I'm thinking, I can't make this up.
Well, a lot of YouTube channels are just top TikTok memes of the week. They're fun. Yeah. Yes, Arlene. Yes. Affirmative.
You never know where we're liable to go, you know, just because my mind, it's just strange. It's not what anybody would expect.
No, it is not. Oh, did you see they are releasing a new Matrix movie in December? There's going to be Matrix 4 Resurrections is the title of the new Matrix movie, starring Keanu Reeves. All the old actors are coming back. It looks amazing. I can't wait.
Well, isn't it though just kind of typical that the more episodes that they make, or the more sequels that they make of stuff, the worse it gets?
Well, sometimes yes. Sometimes that is the case. But Terminator 2 was much better than Terminator 1. And Aliens was much better than Alien. So those are two instances where the second was better than the first. But you're right. That's not often the case. But hey. But now all the CGI is so much better than it was when that first came out. Because that came out, what, 20 years ago? When did The Matrix come out?
Oh, it's longer than that.
I remember when DVDs first came out, that's when The Matrix hit. Matrix was what year? 1999.
Well, gee, it wasn't much past that, was it?
22 years ago. Wow.
23. No, 20. Well, yeah, almost 23.
And the CGI was good even back for 1999, but now, holy cow. And Keanu Reeves is just a mega huge superstar.
Arlene says Matrix 10 will feature Keanu and his futuristic walker.
Home Alone 2 was better than the first one, since Chintaku.
I was looking at some odd but true facts a while ago about September. And it said that out of 12 months of the year, September is spelled with the most letters. It contains 9 letters, and it happens to be the 9th month of the year. No other months have the same amount of letters as the number in the calendar year.
Someone said, why is an October with the oct prefix, octagon, 8, oct means 8. Why is it the 10th months? And
because
then,
it used to be the 8th month.
I know. And same thing with sept. Sept is 9. And they're like,
No,
the last
sept
4
is
months
7.
are not in the right slot.
Yeah. Because when they came out with the Gregorian calendar, they moved everything around. So September used to be the 7th month. October used to be the 8th.
Crazy stuff.
And they were too lazy to change the names of the month.
Yeah. They wanted to insert some new
Let's just keep everybody confused from here to eternity.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting.
There's some good entertainment on its way down. Dune's coming out next month, October 22nd. Dune is going to hit theaters and on HBO Max simultaneously. Really looking forward to that. Foundation is coming to Apple Plus. Apple has its own streaming service called Apple TV Plus. That's very similar to Dune, very sci-fi epic space type of story. And now Matrix. Oh, I'm going to be a happy boy toward the end of this year because good entertainment's on its way. And Dune has been getting rave reviews. Rave by everyone. Everyone who's seen the early release of it is now the embargo's off, and they're just saying it is a spectacular, epic. When Raiders of the Lost Ark came out, like that was a movie that like within the decade, like that movie, there was no better movie than Raiders of the Lost Ark in a whole 10-year span. It's the same thing with this Dune movie. It's going to be that big. It's going to change the cultural zeitgeist. It's going to define what science fiction canon should be from that point forward. And they're starting to do a second one. Oh, I can't wait. All-star cast. Love it. The whole Foundation series is about 22 books, I think. I read them all. Wow. And Jim wants to see Dune too. Look, Jim, you're talking my language, brother. Yeah, Foundation is about a galactic empire. It was the first time, and the Foundation came out before 1965. Like, it's an old book. And it was the first time ever anyone put pen to paper about a galactic empire and how it would actually function across worlds, they figured, it was all a rich tale about how that would and the pitfalls and the fall of the empire and the rebuilding. I mean, it's just epic scale. I'm so excited about it. Oh, Lord of the Rings. I'm not too excited about Lord of the Rings. I don't think Amazon's going to do a good job with that story. There's some rumblings about it, how it's not going to be very, very good. The first Lord of the Rings, they had 2 years of pre-production, unlimited budget. They did it right. All 3 of the movies were cohesive. They all had the good pacing. It was dialed in. And when they did the last 3, The Hobbit, that was more rushed. And people have said all 6 movies are great in Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but the first 3 are epic. And I don't think this Amazon thing's Asimov was brilliant. Yeah, that's the author. Isaac Asimov wrote Foundation, and he was tuned in on a different level of thinking, different level of storytelling. It's just amazing. So that's coming to Apple TV Plus. Can't wait. And Dune, I cannot wait for Dune. I've been seeing some of the clips. It's so good, Brenda. It's so good.
Well, I'm not much of a TV or movie watcher or anything, and I blame some of that on Firefly because they debauched poor old Firefly so bad when they started out. They thought it was going to fail, so they started it in the middle. And then they had to go back and play the first part of it after they got to the end of it. And then when they finally put the last episode on it, I think it kind of failed miserably. And they just made such a mess out of it.
That was set up for greatness. That could have been great. That was mismanaged.
Yeah.
The content was there. The content was solid.
Oh, yeah.
But that was a mismanagement nightmare. You're right. Yeah. And even in the geek culture, even like on Big Bang Theory, they're like, well, of course there's going to be a season 2. Duh. And of course, everyone knows that didn't happen. But yeah.
Yeah. And I was just crazy over Firefly. I thought that was just, the best one that ever came out ever in a million years. Nothing to ever match it. That was the show. But they did such a poor, pitiful job with the whole thing that it just burnt me. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get involved in any of them because they botch them all up and screw them all up. And so
I love sci-fi, but it's got to be. I'm very particular about it. I dislike more sci-fi than I like. But when I do like it, I'm all in and I love it. So,
well, when you got a life like mine, who needs TV really anyway? Because, you got all kinds of action. You got people with sawzall chopping your vehicles up. You got kids screaming outside your house. You got the law knocking on your door over weeds. You got trees falling into your house and fights with the city and hiring attorneys and
Brenda,
holes in the roof.
If you ever wondered why you're not rich, it's because you don't have a camera crew on you 24/7 publishing your life. That's gold right there. You could rake it in. Somebody
in the chat said a while ago that next August 11th that I should just go to bed and stay there. It wouldn't do any good. A meteor would come through the house and destroy me in the bed. Who knows?
You need to build a steel dome around your house.
Yeah.
and weld it shut on the 10th and then unweld it on the 12th.
Lord have mercy. With the way things happen to me, it's hard telling, One person told me here about a week ago, said, I think if I was you, I would just dig a hole, crawl in it, and pull it in after me.
Oh.
And I think there's something to be said for that.
Jim's dropping all these facts about Asimov. He said Robin Williams in Bicentennial Man was built off of Asimov's series, and I, Robot with Will Smith, although nothing like what Asimov wrote, was also an Asimov property. Cool. Yeah, Asimov was crazy. He had this this way to predict the future with mathematics. So you take large scale human decisions and you can predict what's going to happen in the future. And then he found a way to preserve his mind throughout time. And he would pop back up every couple centuries and with a pre-recording of what's happening, what's going to happen, what has happened, and how to fix it. And he was right the whole time because he figured it all out centuries ago because he had this method to predict the future, which was anyway, it was weird. It's crazy. And the empire fell and then it got back together. Anyway, it's a great, great story. Great story. They put all of the human knowledge on one planet. The planet was one big library. It was one big computer with all knowledge of mankind was on this one planet. It was called the Foundation. Of course, that's what the series is called. The books are called. And apparently it was a front for something else. Anyway, I don't know. It's crazy. Good sci-fi. Good sci-fi. I like it.
Well, let's see. We've been going about an hour here. We probably need to turn everybody loose for this week, but y'all need to be getting your questions together for Ask Matt Anything next week. You know, get yourself ready to go. Don't tell him ahead of time either.
Yeah.
Don't tell him what the question is. You know, that's surprising. That's part of the ambiance of this whole thing.
And I dropped my awesome Taco Memes Facebook page. So go ahead and give that a like, and I'll give you a meme every day.
There will be a Heifer Haven come out tonight. And that debacle last week, apparently they had some kind of an outage that went on for over 8 hours last week that only affected part of the United States. And apparently it affected the part that I live in. And that's why it took forever for Heifer Haven to get up. I think it was like 1:30 in the morning before I could finally turn it loose. I could have turned it loose before then, but it wouldn't have been monetized.
Something in the data center must have blew up that affected that region.
Well, it had something to do with Susan.
She's like, yeah, let's bring down a quarter of our entire global network just to cheese off Brenda.
That's right.
That's what she'll do. That's
right. That's what happened for me. Really. That's the way it goes. Now, you better be careful. I've lawyered up.
Well, she's got Google money behind her.
Yeah, but I got the coffin behind me.
Oh, boy. Get some.
Well, Russ will be having a show Saturday night as far as we know. So plan to be over there on Simply Wooden Creations at 8 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday evening for his show. I've missed the last couple because of the mess that I've had going on here at the ranch, but hopefully the worst part is behind me. I mean, if I missed it this week, it would be because I've got people out here pounding on the roof. That would be wonderful, but I think it's probably a little late at night for them to be doing that. So I imagine I'll be on Russell's show Saturday night if he has one. And Heifer Haven comes out tonight, and then you got your little thing that you do there with All Things YouTube on Monday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
I do.
And we'll be back here next week, if the Lord's will and the creeks don't rise, to do something, even if it's wrong.
It'll be entertaining, whatever it is, even if we take the show off the rails.
We'll see y'all later. Bye.